Yo, March update. Yo, I was kind of some heat, man. Yo, listen, if you had any doubts, get them up out of here. Listen, we're eating. I know that there are still some features that we're waiting for to enter into phase 2, and we only have a month until phase 3, but I really do believe that these live streams, we should view them as a testament to their commitment to the game. That sounds like some crazy PR covering, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I am not a paid shill.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
Let's just talk about why you should keep the faith, because I genuinely enjoy what's going on. So obviously, the streets have been waiting for the Rogue. So what they did was they put together a Rogue trailer for the release of the Rogue. Check it out.
Hello, glorious adventurer. Today we are taking our first look at the Rogue archetype in Ashes of Creation Alpha 2. Alpha 2 is in an early testing phase in which Intrepid Studios is continually updating. The Rogue is about being one with the shadows, knowing how to move with subtlety and when to stay put. The Rogue is a master of opportunity, using skill, positioning, and the environment to dish out frightening amounts of damage. In their downtime, they provide excellent scouting, helping their friends navigate dangers otherwise unseen. As you progress with the Rogue, you will gain access to many different abilities. The most important one being stealth. To enter stealth, you must distance yourself from all non-allies. This can be done while you are in or out of combat. When the ability is activated, you are now invisible to those around you. Stealth is directional based, so the more directly behind someone you are, the less likely you are to be spotted.
As someone with a bachelor's degree in theater, who has been in many films, many theater productions, gone on to many auditions, but never booked anything substantial, so I'm technically a failure. Maggie did a phenomenal job. If you want to watch the entirety of the Rogue trailer, that is on the official Ashes of Creation YouTube channel. I think though, as a community, we really did need this. A lot of people have been waiting on the Rogue. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that I care about the Rogue, but a lot of people in my guild have been waiting for the Rogue. A lot of people in the community have been waiting for the Rogue. The Rogue has a cult following. So to see people finally get what they want in the game and for the game to continue to grow, I'm happy. This past weekend, the world was definitely more lively because obviously people are running around as their new Rogue classes, right? And now I really don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think for the amount of hype that the Rogue was able to build up, everything that came along with this update, because this was just the first thing, I really wonder how it's going to be with the Summoner. Not trying to take away from the Rogue's moment right now, but I do think it's going to be very exciting. Relics have also gone live with this update as well. Now, depending on what they're able to do, this is definitely going to switch up the game for a lot of people. So Steven was saying that we'll be able to find relics through killing a mob, through a quest line, or through story arcs. But here's the kicker. Once you find a relic, you have to pick it up with a caravan. Now, if you're someone that runs caravans all of the time, you know that there is a lot of risk that comes along with this. If you are someone that doesn't run caravans because you understand the risk, then I don't know what to tell you, that sucks. But in totality, this really just furthers the point that Ashes of Creation is a game that is meant to be played with other people. Now look, I get it, there are solo players out there, but you're not going to be able to move at your full capacity, if that makes sense. And I think as more and more systems come online for Ashes of Creation, it's just becoming more and more apparent. Again, sure, there is a casual aspect to it, but not to the extent that people want it to be. Don't let me forget about this whole solo player point. There's a point that I want to make because we also saw naval ships, but we'll talk about it after. We also finally got node sieges, which is actually really dope. This is something that we have been waiting on for a hot minute. But there is a big kicker when it comes to node sieges. There is no node destruction just yet. Now, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that, cool, let's get the system in. Let's make sure everything is working before we start taking everyone's freaking 401k and their livelihood. Now, before we run wild, do I think that people are gonna rage because of a node siege? Yes, 100%. Do I think it's going to cause drama outside of the game? Yes, 1000%. And do I think people are gonna take it way too seriously? Sí, Ashes of Creation tienen muchos perdedores. ¿Tú entiendes? Sí o no? Bien. Either way, this was a long-awaited system, and I'm glad it's finally in the game. This is really interesting though, because in short, we didn't have this system in phase 1 and for a majority of phase 2. So you could say that we're not really used to losing anything. So how is the player base gonna handle that change? So really quick too, I wanna show you something. Dude, what is this? Winstead citizenship dues? The man always has his hand in my pocket. You can't even in a freaking video game, you can't get ahead. People always want something from you. Anyway, man, I'm not paying that now. Get that out of my face. I don't want to hear none of that. The heck is going on? Anyway, so the Jundark, Lost Ark, something, it's going to get expanded over here. We know that that's coming within the April update. Imagine this all gets opened up, all open water to the deserts. This is going to be a freaking bloodbath. I guess I can get back to my point on naval. Anyone trying to launch a ship solo, I get it if you want to be a solo player. This is literally a death wish. I'm telling you right now, do not do this. If you launch a ship, one, for 50 gold, you're balling, give me some bread, okay? I need some money. Send it over my way. Number 2, if you're doing it solo, you deserve to get clapped twice. Do not do this solo. There are people that are out here that are just sitting out here. They are waiting to kill you. Do not do this. But back to the point about the expansion, the Jundark. We're lit. You want to talk naval content? That's going to be pretty freaking big, dude, honestly. Just in terms of exploration for the game. And now I can't even zoom out anymore. But you look at the entirety of the freaking map, dude, like we have so much. Because what did we start with? Because freaking desert obviously wasn't always there, right? This and New Ayla is what we started with. So to see it come along, man, it's moving pretty well. So what I'm saying is, don't go on the seas alone. I know you guys be watching them cartoons. What do they call them? The animes, the animes, and all these other freaking video games. What is that one show? 4-piece? You're gonna get hit with a 4-piece if you go on the seas alone. Trust me, do not do it. What's the main character's name in that show? Laffy? And the Narutos? And listen, don't do it. Trust me, take my word. But that is the March update, homies. And I mean, I think it was a pretty significant one. We got the Rogue, we got some new systems, and dude, we got Naval, which is insane in itself. Like I said, do not go on the seas alone. And dude, we have less than a month until phase 3. That is insane to even say. And then we'll be waiting for the summoner. But what are your thoughts on the March live stream development update? Let your boy know in the comment section below. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.